Good morning, KOTA territory. Welcome back to another DIY Friday Delight. I'm your host, Mimi Herrick, and this week we are joined by the wonderful Hannah Hutter, and we have a lot of fun things to dive right into. So Hannah, you actually sent me this idea from a TikTok. How did you even come across this? Scrolling?
Well, yeah, just scrolling. I had a lot of fall DIYs pop up because, it's spooky season. You got to do all the pumpkins and stuff, and this popped up.
Yeah, so we're doing painted doormats for like outside of your house. And so what you're gonna need is obviously a doormat. These were the plainest ones that I could find at Hobby Lobby yesterday. So ours say hello with a little pumpkin on it, but I'm sure you can find plain ones if you order them like on Amazon or something. And then we also have some outdoor craft paint and then some sponges to work with as well. Another thing I would suggest is if you are going to be putting this outside, because I live in an apartment, so this is not going to be outside. You also get some like protective ceiling spray stuff from the craft store. But otherwise, these are pretty easy stuff to find. And I prefer to work with the sponges on this just because I feel like a paintbrush really wouldn't cooperate with this scratchy material. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. What do you think that you're going to do with yours here? I'm going to take a little bit of this.
I think I might do like a what's it called, a candy corn kind of.
Ooh, I was thinking about some candy corn. I don't really have any white paint though. That's the only issue.
There's the candy corn that had like the brown in it too. So if you just replace like the white with the brown, and then
that's so smart. Yeah, I'm gonna make the little pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern, I think.
Ooh, that's cute. I'm now forgetting what order a candy corn color is. Is it
yellow, orange, white?
I love candy corn,
I don't
but
know.
Now all of a sudden I can't think of what the color.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question.
It's white, orange, yellow.
Okay,
it's white.
Are you yellow. So you're a candy corn lover, not a candy corn hater?
Oh,
I know
I
that
am
it's
a candy corn lover. Yeah.
Quite controversial. Let us know in the comments because I know people get real heated about the candy corn controversy of what is it supposed to taste like? I don't know. I think it's just supposed to taste like candy.
But yeah, I don't
taste like candy to me.
It just tastes like sugar. Yeah. Good sugar. I'm not complaining. Obviously, I like it. I have a whole container of it on my counter right now. But.
As you should, honestly. Okay, so I was asking people this earlier this week. If you were a type of Halloween candy, which Halloween candy would you be? Like based on your personality. Oh. It's kind of a weird question. I've just thought it was fun.
Oh, that's such a good question. What?
It's kind of a hard one to answer, to be completely honest.
My mind just immediately, I don't know if this really counts as candy, but you know how they have the popcorn balls?
Ooh, yeah, that totally counts.
I literally just bought 2 bags of them yesterday at Walmart. I don't know why I would go with it. I think maybe because a lot of people say that I have an angry resting face, that I always look mad when I'm resting, and so I think when you see popcorn you think that it's gonna be salty, but then it ends up being sweet. So maybe that's what I'll go with.
I like that. That's a good one, I think. Okay, I think I'm gonna copy you and add a candy corn to this because I also am a candy corn lover. I said for me my candy, I feel like I really identify with a Sour Patch watermelon because I love
the best one.
I love the watermelon flavor first of all, but then I also really identify with the pink because it's my favorite color. And just again, the watermelon flavor is so good.
That seriously is the best Sour Patch. Now, do you like Sour Patch over Swedish Fish, or do you like Swedish Fish over Sour Patch?
Are they even in the same category?
Well, yeah, that's a red Sour Patch is Swedish Fish.
Wait, really?
Yeah, if you were to take all the sour. Yeah, if you didn't have all the sour on it, it is.
That is quite interesting. I had no idea that was how that worked at all. I think I would say Sour Patch. I like the sourness of it, but I'm not opposed to a Swedish Fish for sure.
I love. You have the Rita's Italian Ice, how they have the Swedish Fish flavor?
Ooh, yeah.
So good.
Swedish Fish as a flavor is kind of interesting. I feel like that one could be kind of polarizing too. But it used to be a thing when I was a swimmer. We would always give each other Swedish Fish because duh, fish and swimming and swim fast.
That makes sense.
So that was always a fun one for us. So when was the last time I had you on DIY? Was that earrings back in like March?
Earrings. That was
Oh my
forever
gosh,
ago.
That was forever ago.
Yeah.
So things have kind of changed for you here at KOTA Territory, and one of the things that you have gotten to do now is you anchor our weekend shows. You and Zeta have started co-anchoring, which I think is so fun. What has that been like for you guys?
That has been so much fun. First of all, the weekends. I know people like don't like to work the weekends, but now you have a whole different. It's nice having weekends during the week because you can go to the grocery store without everyone being there,
trampled.
which is really nice. But it's been really fun being able to co-anchor with Zeta, just because like. Especially when you have, Zeta was doing an hour-long show by herself, and not that there's anything wrong with that at all, but that way you have like a little bit more interaction, and it makes it go by a little bit quicker, which is, I think, really nice, and it just adds like a little fun element to it that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I love it. I think that you guys are doing that because even like when we do GMKT and GmbH in the mornings, it can be kind of like difficult to do by yourself. It gets a little lonely out here because for those of you watching at home who haven't been up here and haven't heard me talk about this before, when you're alone in the studio, there's like no one else in here, not even necessarily whether if they don't have to be in that block, like it'll be just you and the cameras, which is totally awesome in terms of like then I don't get stage fright.
Yeah.
But it is quite lonely if you're like trying to have a giggle with people during work, which is, I mean, at least for me in the mornings, that's like the most fun part of work is to have fun and to giggle about it. So I definitely understand wanting to co-anchor. I think co-anchoring is like so much more fun.
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. I really am. It's been a lot of fun. I think Zeta likes it too. I mean, she hasn't told me otherwise. So
Can you pass me the brown paint and a cup? Brown paint and a cup. Here we go. And then maybe I'll try and do a leaf after this.
Ooh, cute.
Yeah. No, you guys have been. It's been fun to watch you guys on the weekends because after the half marathon on Sunday, my mom was like, I need to know what the weather's going to be like for my plane. We're going to crash. And I was like, Mom, you're being dramatic. But
moms are allowed to be.
They're totally allowed to be. Isn't that like why you have kids? So
yeah,
that
so
you
you
can be
can't
dramatic to them.
How was the half marathon?
It was so fun.
It was just a half, right?
Yeah,
or not just, but
just the half. It was my first one, so that was really exciting and really fun. But I definitely, this is too much brown. I tried. I definitely have the running bug now. I want to do a full.
Yes.
I want to do a full.
That's what got me last year.
Because it was just so fun. Like, it was so fun. And I did run Crazy Horse too, so it was like you're just running through like the Mickelson Trail, and it's fall and all the colors, and like I felt like I was literally flying, like I was floating.
Yeah.
I did roll my ankle. I've been walking kind of funny since, but that's not the end of the world for me. I'm not like super pressed about it or anything. You're doing Run Disney, right?
I am. I'm doing a 5K, a 10K, and a half marathon all in 3 days in Disney. Yeah.
3 days?
Yeah, so,
How many miles is that total? Like 30 something?
A lot. And then you account, like, I'm going to the parks afterwards. So if
oh my
you,
God,
like,
you're crazy.
Basically, if you think about it, I'll do a half marathon on Sunday, but then I'm going to the parks, which you basically do a half marathon walking around. So really, I'm doing a whole marathon.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
It's crazy. I started planning out my outfits yesterday because you can't just
go to do the Run Disney thing without dressing
without doing a costume. And it's Princess Weekend. So yeah.
So what is the costume, or do you not want to say yet?
So I'm undecided on a few of them. So for the 5K I'm doing with my mom and my dad, and we're pretty much just gonna walk it. So for that, I'm gonna do something that's a little bit warmer. So I'm thinking Villager Belle, so I can wear like a long sleeve. And then they have people taking pictures throughout the whole course. So I might bring a book to be a little extra to get the cute pictures.
Oh yeah, obviously.
The 10K, I'm still not 100% positive. I'm thinking maybe Rapunzel.
Ooh.
And then for the half, I am thinking I'm pretty set on doing Snow White.
Oh, Snow White for the half is going to be good. So is that going to be like, yellow top or like blue top, yellow shorts or something?
Yep, with a cute little red bow in my hair. And I figured that could be like the most athletic, since I'm really going to actually be trying for, not that I'm not with the 5 and 10Ks, but
It's a little bit more strenuous to do
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But they make it so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great half marathon to do. Would you ever consider doing like a full marathon?
I really want to. So I did the half marathon last year during marathon weekend for Disney as like a happenstance thing. My boyfriend's mom couldn't do it anymore, so I took her spot.
Got it.
And I loved it. And so they only do one marathon weekend. Now, I would probably do a regular marathon, but I want to do like a Disney full first.
Yeah.
Because it just makes it so much more enjoyable when you can go and see the characters and run throughout the park, because you get to run through Cinderella's castle, which is so cool. So I really want to train to be able to do, and they have challenges. So like me doing the 10K and the half for this is the fairy tale challenge. So I get an extra medal for doing that.
Fun.
So during
Then you've got to do every single challenge ever.
Exactly. So they do it. I think it's called the Dopey, where you do literally all 4 of the races during marathon weekend. And now I'm like, okay, I need to train so I can do a Dopey.
I've actually been seeing that all over my TikTok. My TikTok has turned into running TikTok now that I have done this, and I keep talking with my friends. We want to like do the Chicago Marathon next year, which like would be so fun, but I don't know if we're actually going to get into like the lottery, because it's like hard.
I was going to say it's pretty hard to.
It's hard to get into stuff like that. I'm trying to make a leaf, but this doesn't really look like a leaf.
It looks like a hand.
It does look like a hand.
I mean,
I'm
it's cute,
attempting a leaf, guys. It's just not going well. Yeah, no, I've been getting like running TikToks, and I've been wondering what a Dopey was. I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So it's all of them. But they do, I think they do a Goofy as well for the marathon weekend, where it's like you do the 10K and the half, or maybe it's the half and the full. There's like a couple challenges when it comes to. So yeah, when I did the theming, everyone gets so excited for what the themes are going to be that year and everything. So, you know, it's not the same every single year, which is really fun.
Yeah, that is really awesome. I would love to do like a fun theme, like, you know, dress up in a costume and run like a half or a full with people. I think that'd be so funny. We were talking about doing a marathon relay with me and some of my friends from home, and we were going to print out T-shirts with my parents' cat's name is Fatty, and we were going to each be a letter of
that
Fatty.
Would be so
and
funny.
Run it together, which I thought would be pretty hilarious, but I'm not completely sold, because I kind of want to do the full thing. But besides running, what else have you been up to recently? I know that it's baseball season.
It is baseball
It's
season.
postseason.
It is postseason. The most exciting baseball is baseball in October. Unfortunately, the Red Sox were eliminated. I feel so bad for everyone in this office who heard me. If everyone here had $1 for every time I said we had it in game 2 if Whitlock wouldn't have stayed on the mound so long. That was me like every day that week that they were eliminated. So that's a little sad, but the Yankees were just eliminated. So
you feel like,
I feel a little bit better.
what's the word, vindicated? Is that right? I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel, you know, someone asked me if I prefer to watch the Red Sox win or the Yankees lose, and I feel like for any Red Sox fan, it's a pretty even go, you know. So both the teams that I had going to the World Series were just eliminated. I had it being the Red Sox and the Phillies, which for a while a lot of people did. So now it's kind of we'll see. Yeah.
I feel like that's the most exciting part about like baseball postseason, is that you actually cannot accurately predict it at all. Because I feel like, you know, there's always going to be that underdog team that surprises everybody.
Yeah.
Or at least from what I've seen.
And it can change literally
in a second too. You know, like
which is crazy, but we love it.
Yeah.
So.
If you were to predict now who you thought was going to win the World Series, or who was at least going to go to the World Series, who would you pick?
Well, the Dodgers, I hate to say the Dodgers, because their pay, they have so much more money to work with than literally every other team in the MLB. But I think I am going to have to say it'll probably be Dodgers and Blue Jays, and I think Dodgers are going to take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that we'll keep everyone updated on it. If predictions are right.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see, but I think I'm done. I don't want to keep going, because if I keep going, I'm going to do more leaves, and my leaf isn't leafing.
No, it's cute.
My leaf isn't fully leafing, but this is what I've got here. I made my pumpkin into a little jack-o'-lantern, and then I have my candy corn and my leaf. And then if we can get a close-up on Hannah's there we go. Gorgeous. I love the little candy corns.
like,
they're
one
awesome. And we're gonna keep working on these, but again, if you're looking to finish these off and put them outside for real, you're gonna wanna get that like protective ceiling spray that they have at craft stores for like outdoor paint projects. Another way that I would suggest making this last is, like we're using here, is the outdoor patio craft paint, just so it can handle a little bit more than your traditional like acrylic or regular craft paint. But I think that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me on the DIY show this week. We'll be back here next Friday with more DIY fun. You won't want to miss it. We'll see you then.